Mandarin Chinese is the most spoken language in the world. Learning Mandarin has gotten popular in the West, particularly among the rich and famous. British Prime Minister Boris Johnson spoke Chinese at a recent parliament debate to deflect criticism. When his Chinese-speaking video spread to China, Chinese netizens got excited. Can speaking Chinese be a new strategy for the West to counter the CCP's influence? Hello everyone, welcome to Lazy Real Talk. I'm Lei. Learning Chinese has been trending in the past 20 years. In 2017, there was a media article titled, "Billionaires and Royals are rushing to teach their kids Mandarin." From Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, Ivanka Trump, to the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, the rich and famous are teaching their children Mandarin. The video of Ivanka Trump's daughter Arabella reciting Chinese poems went viral in China. The daughters of Jim Rogers, a Wall Street tycoon, speak fluent in Chinese and are big stars in China. Politicians are learning Chinese too. In 2013, when Boris Johnson was the mayor of London, he proposed offering Chinese as a mainstream language on the national curriculum, like French or German. He also said that he was learning Mandarin himself, along with his 16-year-old daughter. Last week, Mr. Johnson used his Chinese skills to help himself politically in Parliament. On January 19th, Liberal Democrat leader Sir Ed Davey asked Boris Johnson to resign over the lockdown parties he and his staff held in 2020. And Mr. Johnson fought back by uttering a few Chinese words.
Isn't it time he accepted that the House and the country can no longer trust him with the nation's health? And the best policy to beat COVID now will be for him to resign.
Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, ni hao, as we say to the right honourable gentleman. 人心里很高兴. Mr. Speaker, I don't agree with him.
Johnson said, 你好，认识你很高兴, which means, hello, very nice to meet you, or knowing you is great. Like Johnson, Davey has been embroiled in political controversy. He has recently been associated with a suspected Chinese spy whom the British Security Service warned in a security alert. On January 13th, the British Security Service MI5 issued an alert warning MPs and Lords that they should avoid Christine Lee, a lawyer who had knowingly engaged in political interference activities on behalf of the Chinese Communist Party. The alert claimed that Christine Lee established the links for the CCP with current and aspiring MPs and gave them donations. Lee is a member of the Chinese Overseas Exchange Association, chief legal counsel to the Chinese Embassy in London, and legal advisor to the CCP's State Overseas Chinese Affairs Office. She's also the secretary of the All-Party China Group in the British Parliament. In 2006, she launched a British China project for which she received praises from Downing Street. Lee has a close relationship with David Cameron and received the Points of Light Award from Theresa May in January 2019 for her contribution to the good relations between Britain and China. Since 2005, Lee has donated £675,000 to the Labour Party, mostly through Labour MP Barry Gardiner, who was the Environment Secretary under Tony Blair. Barry Gardiner actively helped speak out for China on the Hinkley Point C nuclear power plant, a project hailed by Xi Jinping as the flagship project of cooperation, but postponed by Theresa May for national security concerns. Sir Ed Davey received a £5,000 donation from Lee in 2013 when he was energy minister and after he returned from a China trip. Johnson's Chinese sarcasm deflected Davey's attack and reminded the MPs that being connected to a Chinese spy is worse than hosting lockdown parties. 20 years ago, people wanted to learn Mandarin to have an edge when dealing with the Chinese in business. Now many want to learn Chinese to understand China, Chinese politics, and the CCP's geopolitical ambitions. In the competition between China and the West, China unfortunately has a language advantage. Many Chinese speak English, and the CCP employs bilingual individuals, such as Christine Lee, to collect information from the West. The West, however, has limited access to China. Many CCP officials speak a little English, but very few Western politicians speak English. Maybe Mr. Boris Johnson will start a new trend. Former U.S. Deputy National Security Advisor Matt Pottinger is the first American government official speaking directly to Chinese from the White House. On May 4, 2020, Pottinger gave a 20-minute speech in Chinese to commemorate the 101st anniversary of the May 4th movement.
大家早安，我是 Matt Pottinger， 副国家安全顾问，在白宫与您讲话。
He later said that his Chinese speech received 1 million views, but his own staff hardly took note of his subsequent English speeches. Chinese love Westerners who speak their language, even if the message isn't politically correct or is off. As soon as Boris Johnson uttered 你好，认识你很高兴, he gained notoriety in China. Some Chinese showered him with accolades and called Johnson one of us, while others pointed out that Johnson was actually making fun of a pro-China politician. It didn't matter to the Chinese. The two posts that advised Chinese of Johnson's cynicism about pro-China politics received 15,000 and 14,000 likes within a few hours. Johnson and the United Kingdom also received praises. On the morning of January 20th, the day after his Chinese speech, the official microblog of Henan Provincial Reproductive Hospital published a post that reads, "From proposing herd immunity to preventive measures based on COVID transmission patterns, from vaccine development to universal subsidies, the British Empire has always been leading the world. In the past 2 decades, there have been those criticizing the British Empire. But who is advanced and who is backwards? It's not GDP, nor nuclear weapons, nor a high-speed rail, but an advanced political system, social management, and people's welfare." After this post came out, it quickly went viral, triggering over 55 million reads and over 3,000 discussions by 3:30 in the afternoon. It ranked at number 8 in overall traffic on Weibo, China's Twitter. However, this comment was caught by the great CCP censors. 5 hours later, at 8:45 p.m., the Henan hospital issued an apology saying that the person in charge had been suspended, the microblog has been deleted, and the official microblog account of the hospital is being banned. But some Chinese netizens left comments saying, "Support this hospital." Some Chinese are very smart. They understand not only CCP politics, but also British politics. They're just not given a chance to openly speak out. If Western governments would pay more attention to the Chinese people and knew how to directly dialogue with them instead of wasting time engaging the CCP officials, the West would be more successful in managing its relations with China. Let's now review Boris Johnson's expression. It may come handy one day. 你好，认识你很高兴. 你好 means hello or how do you do. 认识你 means knowing you. 很高兴 means very happy. Putting them together is 认识你很高兴. Knowing you is very happy. Or nice to meet you. 你好，认识你很高兴. That's all for today. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.